About a year ago, Amy Hart approached me for a small donation to help support Big C New Me. After talking to her for about 15 minutes, I pulled her in my office and the conversation went on. We hosted a big event last fall, Spectrum of Beauty, to help educate individuals in the Charlottesville area that were battling cancer.
My friend Mary Ellen and I went to the event in Stanton a couple of months back as observers, not participants, and it looked like so much fun we decided to give it a try.
I am 2 years cancer-free. I know that they do makeovers kind of about empowering the cancer survivor into feeling good about themselves.
I think it was more that. Everybody was willing if needed, but I pretty much took care of it myself. I've kind of become that kind of person since I was widowed. I take some pride in that.
We're here to support cancer survivors. It's close to our lives and our hearts because my mother has brain cancer, and so we want to be part of making people feel better about themselves. It feels good to watch other people be able to get through it and survive.
If my mother had cancer, I think that I would really try and help other people so other people could know how it feels to get better.
It was almost like I was sitting there with her, and when I got to work, within 30 minutes I got the phone call from my mom that it was confirmed her cancer was back. And all I could do was just cry. The community support that I had was amazing because I had people step up and take my son for a week so I could drop everything and just fly. That was the longest plane ride I've ever made.
Like she's about to.
I work at Martha Jefferson. I am a mammographer. So I work with people who come through, people who have breast cancer. You know, you live one day at a time. That's the best way. You have to have faith, and you have to be optimistic, and you have to count on your friends, your family, and do whatever they ask you to do.
My biggest supporter has been Beth. Just because she had gone through the journey before me, and my husband, of course, and other friends.
I'm a 13-year survivor. So in 2001, there wasn't things like this. And I really, really wanted it. I wanted to find someone else who was going through the same thing I was going through.
They would care. They wouldn't just ask, how are you doing? And you know, sometimes you learn not to tell everybody just really how you're doing because they don't really want to know. But they would want to know, and they would listen. And I had people who would listen to me, and that was a big help. I could tell them anything, and it would be okay.
So it was so helpful to have someone who had gone through that experience who could support me, because it's not what you expect when you're this young. And I think being a young person who's had cancer makes you more aware of how many other young people actually have had it. But at the time, it didn't feel that way. And you feel like you're isolated from everyone else, and you're going through an experience that you never expected at that point in your life.
Well, I guess I would tell them that I knew how they felt and that they have to do what they have to do to get themselves better, no matter what it is and how badly they would feel while this was happening. But in the end, there is hope. You will feel better.
One day at a time, rely on other people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Let people love you.
Utilize your network, whether that's your family, a friend, your spouse, significant other. You have to have someone that you can share with. You can't hold it all inside.
Well, after I give them a big hug, I'll tell them they can talk to me about anything they want to talk to me about.
Know your body. Don't let anybody tell you that, there's nothing the matter with you when you know that there is something the matter with you.
Go with your instinct,
Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and then go on.
There will be a blessing in all of this. Sometimes you have to look pretty hard, but there always is a blessing.
And seeing all the other ladies, I think it's really meant a lot to them.
It was just such fun to go and pick out an outfit.
It's just nice to be pampered. And when you go through it, especially when you have a family, you don't have a whole lot of time for that.
I feel like I'm going to a prom.
You deserve to feel beautiful and have a fun day, and that's exactly what this experience has been.